Hello there again, Guardians. Gemini here, and today I will be doing a brief overview of this month's Iron Banner. I will be covering what Aphrodite will be selling, including going over this month's Iron Banner weapons, Clever Dragon and Silver Dread, along with some strategies for these weapons. So, let's get started. First thing on the list are the Iron Saga boots. I'm sure you'll have your choice between Intellect and Discipline, and Discipline and Strength. Next, we have the Iron Sage chest armor. Same goes here, a choice between two stat types, Intellect Discipline or maybe even Discipline Strength. Now keep in mind, I am on my hunter for this review. So next we have the heavy weapon, Silver Dread, and finally the pulse rifle, Clever Dragon. The roll on this Silver Dread is very good. I'd go as far as to call this a demigod roll, and what makes it a demigod roll is the fact that it has two perks that I personally like and use, which are Perfect Balance and Rangefinder. You can also use Brace Frame instead of Perfect Balance, giving this gun increased stability, but you'll have a reduced magazine size. Now, the Clever Dragon has some pretty good perks that I like. Stock sights are Iron Red Dot, Iron Warrior Sights, and Iron Range Scope. Now you can call this a demigod roll only because of the perks it comes with, which are Small Bore for a small increase in range and stability, High Caliber Rounds for staggering your opponents, and finally, Counterbalance to further reduce the recoil of each shot fired. I would prefer Rangefinder instead of Counterbalance, but it's not a bad substitute given the Iron Banner game type this month, which is Mayhem Clash, an interesting game type. Now these are good weapons to have in your arsenal, mainly for PvP activities. The Clever Dragon's rate of fire, even though it's been nerfed, is still potent, along with the perks that Aphrodite is selling. It's a must-have for any player that wants to engage his opponent. Not as reliable at long range like scout rifles, yet it has good range for the occasional run-and gun. You'll want to pace yourself on using this in normal Crucible games, but this week's Iron Banner game mode being Mayhem Clash, the perks offered will give you a relatively fast-firing and very stable pulse rifle. That's a reliable Crucible weapon for me. Getting headshots with this gun should not be a problem. The Silver Dread is a formidable heavy machine gun. It's smooth firing, and because of this week's perks being offered, is a very stable gun to use. The fact that you have a choice between Brace Frame and Perfect Balance, you can determine if you'll want to depend on your heavy or primary to give you the edge, and considering the map you're playing in, of course. Granted, Brace Frame will reduce your magazine size, but getting headshots with this heavy machine gun shouldn't be too hard to achieve. Now, with all that said, this was just an overview on this week's Iron Banner loot, along with a basic strategy run on weapons sold by Aphrodite. You can use any weapon and perk of your choosing and get a high KD at the end of every match, but this can help any player having trouble choosing a weapon type to give them an edge. Now that about wraps up this video. If you have any suggestions or have any thoughts you want to share about this week's Iron Banner, leave a comment below. If you like the content and want to help me out, please like this video and subscribe. And if you want to see more content on this channel and want to be notified of a new video, hit the bell beside the button. And as always, until next time, Guardians, good gaming.